Rick McBride here with your Property Masters and your 5 minutes of free time for Friday, last one of the week. Sorry we missed you yesterday. We were indisposed. Today I want to talk about what to do if you are behind on your mortgage payments. We all know the feeling. You're behind on your mortgage payment every day, every month. The hole you dig just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. You can't get ahead no matter how hard you try. They're calling you every day. You're avoiding their calls because you don't have any answers for them. And there seems to be no hope. But there is. If you're behind on your mortgage, don't give up. We have many options. You have many options. First thing you need to do is talk to your lender. Don't avoid those phone calls. Be open and honest with them. They really want to help. Believe it or not, they are a debt collector, yes, but they want to be paid. But the dirty little secret is they do not want to own your house. They absolutely do not want to own it. They just want you to pay on the promissory note that you signed and said you would pay at closing. They want you to do what you promised. You're just incapable of doing it right now, but they will work with you. If they've not initiated foreclosure yet on you, you have a couple options that can bring you current. Discuss all they have, as every lender or servicer is a little bit different and has a little bit different policies. Even within separate loans within the same company, the policies are different. With large companies, you may get two different answers from two different people. That's not surprising and happens very often. Make sure that if you do come to any agreement, you get it in writing. No exceptions. Somebody tells you something, say, I'll hold, email it to me right now. And they can do stuff like that. That said, one of the best options they offer is moving a payment to the end of the mortgage. And if you just fell one or two payments behind, you can make one to catch up. They'll often just take your payment, add it to the end of the mortgage, boom, you're all caught up. Call them. They might just do it. If you're 2 or 3 or more payments behind, see if they have any kind of catch-up plan. Sometimes they'll take how much you're behind and take it and add it out over a year, and you just pay like an additional few $100s every month, and that'll get you caught up. Just pay a little each month, boom, you're caught up after a year. Of course, add more payment if you can. However, most of us don't fall behind because we can afford an additional payment. Most of us fall behind because something went wrong. If they have served you a lis pendens, I think is how you say that, a notice that they intend to foreclose on the mortgage, then you need to respond and move quickly. Most people receive a lis pendens and they think they must be out in 20 days. It has some scary wording on it. The wording is quite scary, but a lis pendens is a notice that they intend to foreclose on your property at some future date. They don't even know the date. You still have to go before the court and go before the judge to even determine a date or even schedule a date. If you've received one, you should call us immediately to discuss your options. We are not attorneys. We cannot offer legal advice. If you feel you need an attorney, you should contact an attorney at this time. But you have many options. Once you've received your lis pendens, here's basically what your options are. You can do a loan modification. What a loan modification, if you had a legitimate hardship, such as a job loss, job transfer, death in the family, divorce, any other type of financial hardship that caused you to be unable to pay your mortgage, you can apply to your lender for a loan modification. Of course, you'll need to have enough income to afford a new modified payment, but very often this is your best option for someone wanting to keep the house. In a loan modification, the bank will recalculate your payment based on what you can afford and determine if it fits within their modification guidelines. It may or may not. It just depends on what you can afford and what their guidelines are. If it does, you start paying your mortgage again and life is good. If not, you might want to consider some other options. If there's no way you're going to be able to pay it, your hardship was too extreme, you can't afford the house anymore, your job just is cut in half, and there's no way you'll be able to afford the current home you're in, then you might want to consider a short sale. Ironically, today, what you think is a short sale may not even be a short sale. You may be able to sell flat out and just break even, or maybe even get a couple $1,000s in your pocket. But in a short sale, the bank allows you to sell your property at fair market value, and most often forgives the balance of the debt. You get out from under the mortgage and you can move on with your life. Short sale is a great option for a homeowner who's ready to move and simply can't afford the house anymore ever again. Often in a short sale, they'll give you what's called a moving allowance, and that's basically cash to help you with your move. It can be up to $10,000 or even more in special cases. We are short sale experts and are happy to help you complete a short sale. Another option, if you're trying to keep the house and you can afford the payment maybe and they won't do a modification, you could do a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. If you're able to make the payments but you're too far behind to catch up and the bank won't modify, Chapter 13 may be an option. In Chapter 13, you begin making payments plus an additional catch-up payment negotiated with the bankruptcy court. So the lender is out of it completely. The bankruptcy court determines what you can afford and how much that payment will be. My understanding is it's anywhere from 2 to 5 years. We highly recommend you hire an attorney if you intend to file bankruptcy. Don't let your house go to foreclosure under any circumstances. There are tons and tons of options out there to help you avoid foreclosure. Some of them will even get you caught back up and restore your credit. We know this can be emotionally trying. It often causes many fights at home, frustration, stress, and every other type of emotion that you didn't even know you had. Plus, but never, under any circumstances, walk away and let the bank foreclose on your property. They don't want to, and you don't want to. I know you feel like you want to give up, but never allow this. This is the worst of all options for you, your family, your friends, and your neighbors. They're going to sit there with an empty house for years. You behind on your payments? Call or text us now before it's too late to discuss your options. You have many. I've touched on a few here, but for every situation is unique. And what works for person A will not work for person B. No matter what people tell you, you have options, and we are here for you. Call or text us at 386-866-1007. Hey, everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.